Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to be doing another full face of drugstore and affordable makeup. And let me just say, the drugstore has been killing it with the new releases. They have been killing it. So I have a few new products that I wanted to share with you guys in today's video. We're going to be putting them to the test. This isn't going to be a full wear test video. This is pretty much a first impression, which you guys know I really don't like to film these type of videos because I like to give you guys a thorough review on the products that I use, but I will update you guys on some of the products in a later video. But I have some new concealers, I have a new primer, I have a new eyeshadow palette, some new lip products. So I have quite a few new products that I want to share in today's video and also show you guys how I created this look using those products. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, then let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is moisturize the skin. I'm gonna use my favorite drugstore moisturizer, which is the one by e.l.f. Cosmetics, which is the Daily Hydration Moisturizer. So let's go ahead and apply this on the face. I just do a couple of squirts of this because I feel like I don't need a lot. So I like how light this moisturizer is. It wears really nice under my makeup. Not too thick, very lightweight, and it has a really, really nice, refreshing scent. So it's really nice. I also like it because it kind of makes my skin feel tacky. So that's gonna allow my makeup to sit well on the face all day. So that is on the face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows really quick. I did get a new brow pencil. It's by LA Girl, and some of you actually referred this, recommended me to try this out. Is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil, and I have the shade Espresso. So I'll actually go ahead and do one of the brows really quick just to kind of see how this is gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and brush the brow hairs out. Let's just see if this shade is gonna work for me. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Perfect. I like how skinny it is too. It really reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, the CoverGirl Brow Pencil, and also the one by Ulta. But yeah, I do like the shade. Not too dark, not too gray. It's perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the brows and I'll be right back. All right, so the brows are done. I do like this pencil, so thank you for those of you who recommended me this. Again, this is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. And I picked this up from Ulta. It was like $4 or $5, I believe. Very, very cheap. So let's go ahead and prime the skin. I have a new primer that I want to test out, and it is one that a lot of people are raving about because it's supposed to be a dupe to the Tarte, not the Tarte, but the Tatcha Silk Canvas. And it is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I got this from Ulta, so I want to see, you know, if this is going to be any good. So it comes in a little container like this, and inside you have the primer. Let's see how this is going to work. I want to see how it feels. Okay, it actually feels more waxy than the Tatcha Silk Canvas. See, I'm just gonna focus a little bit of it right here. Yeah, it feels, the texture is kind of similar, but it definitely feels a little more, I guess, greasy slash waxy, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it feels smooth on the skin, but it definitely doesn't feel like the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I don't know how I feel about it so far. Let's see how the foundation is gonna wear over it, but I don't know, it just feels kind of greasy to me, and I don't like that feeling. All right, so now that we have it on the face, you can kind of see it kind of looks a little ashy, but I don't know, it just kind of feels greasy. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but let's go ahead and do the rest of my makeup to see how it's going to, you know, wear under the makeup. So for the foundation, I'm still gonna be sticking to my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is the one that I threw into my everyday makeup stash for this month, and I figured I'd go ahead and pull it out for the video. So I've actually done a review on this. I know I say this all the time in a lot of my videos that I featured this foundation, but a lot of you are still coming to my channel. But if you guys wanna see a review on this foundation, I will have it linked down below. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on the face. All right, now that that is blended out, let's go ahead and jump into concealer. Y'all, I have some new concealer, and I know concealer has been coming out like crazy this year. So e.l.f. just came out with some new concealers. It is their 24-hour Camo Concealer. I have two different shades. One shade is Deep Chestnut, which is this one, and then I have Deep Cinnamon, which is this one. I feel like I want to use Deep Chestnut for my under eye concealer, and Deep Cinnamon can actually be used for a spot concealer because it's pretty close to my skin tone. So let me go ahead and swatch both of them for you guys. The actual like packaging is very similar to Tarte Shape Tape, and just like the one that came out by L'Oreal, it also looks very similar to Tarte Shape Tape. So these are a good size. I'll go ahead and show you guys the Tarte Shape Tape side by side, and also the applicator, because I have already opened these just to see the applicator, but it's just as big as the Tarte Shape Tape. And I'll go ahead and open Shape Tape so y'all can see those side by side. So all right, so there they are. This one is e.l.f. and then this one is Shape Tape. Very similar as far as the doe foot applicator. So I'll go ahead and swatch them on my hand so y'all can see the shade. So Deep Cinnamon is the darker one. We have a Deep Cinnamon, and then, ooh, these are super creamy. And then Deep Chestnut, which is the lighter one. This is the one I'm gonna use as my under eye concealer. Ooh, these are so freaking creamy. But those are those swatched right there. Also, these claim to be full coverage concealers, so I'm really excited to see how these are gonna wear on the skin. e.l.f. does have concealers already, but they did not have a good shade range. Ooh, these are like, this is so creamy. And I'm glad that they came out with these because the shade range is really, I don't know, I don't want to say the shade range is great, but they do have some deeper shades for, you know, us women of color, which they didn't have in the past. The moment of truth. Let's blend it out and see how it blends. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Not bad at all. On the packaging, it does say it is, well, it says camouflage those pesky spots in under eye circles with this high coverage, crease resistant 16-hour wear concealer. So this is supposed to be a crease resistant concealer. Don't know how that's gonna go, but of course I will let you guys know, we'll follow up with you guys on this concealer in a later video, because I can't really do a full day wear test since I am filming pretty late today, but it blends out really good. I'm gonna go back into the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. This is the one I used in a recent video where I was kind of testing it out, and I also put it into my everyday makeup stash for this month. So I've been using this, and I just want to continue to use it this month, and of course use it in today's video. I have the banana one if you guys are wondering which one I got. So this one is yellow. And for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go ahead and set it with the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation Powder. This is in the shade 355. This is also a product that I have in my, where's my brush? There it is. In my everyday makeup stash for this month. And I also tested out this product in kind of like a first impression. I like that it's not too dark for my skin. It's not too light. It's actually perfect to just set the face. And as always, I'll go back into my brows and just kind of scrape the inside corner. That didn't even sound right. Like, just brush out the inside of my brows because it looks crazy right in this area. So I kind of like to blend it in like that. Okay, so the bronzer, I'm using the Milani Pressed Powder in the shade Earth Glow. This is one that I featured in my recent drugstore makeup tutorial, and a lot of you were asking where to pick this up. I did get this one off of Amazon, but you can get this on the Milani website right now. So it is available still. I did check the website before I filmed this video, but it's only $6.99 on the Milani website, and this is the perfect beautiful bronzy, like it's the perfect color for a bronzer. This is a foundation powder, but I use it as a bronzer, and it's just a perfect color, and it's so pretty on the skin. So I'm just gonna dust this on my forehead. It's like the perfect color to bronze. Look at that, so pretty. This brush was sent to me from Thrive Cosmetics, and I have been obsessed with this big powder brush. Look how huge it is. I still like to go in with my angled contour brush. This is from my brush set. By the way, my brushes are half off right now if you guys are interested in picking up a set. I will have my link down below, but they are half off for the New Year's, and there is a code, I think it's 2019 for the code that you'll use to get half off on my brushes. So this is the angled contour brush. I know it's kind of dirty, but this is the one that I like to use to kind of go on the sides of my cheeks like this. All right, so my face is almost done. I actually want to just go ahead and do the brow, not the brows, but the eyes, and then we'll come back for the blush, the highlighter, and the lips. So I picked up a new palette by NYX. This is their Ultimate Edit palette. So I want to go ahead and test this out in today's video. I also want to use the palette that I threw into my everyday makeup stash for this month, and one of them is the Warriors palette by Juvia's Place. So I'm going to take a shade out of here for my transition shade, which, by the way, I have been using this palette like crazy. I have been using it for work, and I love how they blend. These are some really good mattes, you guys. So I'm going to take the shade, what do I want to use in here? I guess this one right here, and I'm just going to put this in the crease, kind of like as my transition color. So it'll pretty much be my transition color for this look. I don't even know what look I'm going to go for. I never know, but I want to take this color as my transition color. This is really close to my eyelid color anyway, so I want this to be very light but still have that transition right there. But yeah, about this palette, this is probably one of my favorite matte, like all matte palettes. Even though I just started using it, I can honestly say this is gonna easily become one of my favorite all matte palettes. I love how the shades blend. They're so pretty. And I feel like you can use this palette in several different ways. Like you can use it as a face palette if you want to use a blush shades out of here. You can use one of these right here in the middle. If you want to use a contour shade, you can use this brown right here, or like use it as a bronzer, which I haven't tested out yet, but I feel like you can definitely use this palette in several different ways other than just as an eyeshadow palette. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into the NYX Ultimate Edit palette. They have 3 different other ones like this. I just decided to get this one because the shades in here are really pretty, really different. Even though I feel like I have some shades like this already, but I just really like how vibrant this palette is. Come on, focus. There it goes. Yeah, so those are what they look like. And I'll go ahead and swatch them really quick so you guys can see them. Ooh, that is a pretty like lime green. Ooh, that's pretty. What is it? My little puppy is crying. All right, this red and this purple is something serious. Even this lime green. Let me show you guys some swatches. All right, that one didn't swatch good. That was that peachy shade in the palette. That one didn't swatch good either. Ooh. Then we have the red. Ooh, that one swatched really good. And then the purple. So far, the lime green, the red, the purple is like, those are good. Then the last shade in the palette is kind of like a dark forest green. It kind of has, well, it's more like a grayish army green. That one also swatched really good. So these 2 shades right here didn't swatch that good, but the other ones I like. I really like. So let's see. What are we gonna do as far as the lid color? I think I want to start out with the purple shade right here and then work this into the crease. And honestly, I don't know. Let's just go ahead and play with this. So starting out with the purple, I'm going to take the same brush that we used. Or do I want to switch it out? Let me switch it out. I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty brush and just lightly place a little bit of that purple in the crease area just to darken it up. Wow, this is pigmented. I'm gonna go back into the Warriors palette and taking that first, the first brush that we use, I'm gonna lightly dip into, what shade do I wanna dip into? I'll lightly dip into this one right here, this one in the middle. And I'm also gonna lightly dip into that first shade that we used, just so it won't be too bright. Just kind of mix these two together. And then kind of buff it above my crease. I'm gonna take a little bit of the e.l.f. concealer, the one that we used earlier, and place this on the lid. Because this is gonna be another one of those all matte looks, but I want that other shade that we're gonna apply on the lid, I want it to really pop. So I'm just gonna place this on the, I'm just gonna place that on the lid so it can be kind of like a, you know, like a primer. So that way, that shade that we're about to use is just gonna really make the eyes pop. All right, so I never really do like red eye looks on my channel. I don't think I've ever done one. So I wanna play with the red right here and just put this all over the lid. I don't know how this is gonna look, but we're gonna play. And I'm taking that same brush that we used for the purple. I'm just gonna wipe off that eyeshadow, which is the Fenty brush. I love this brush, you guys. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that red because it is super duper pigmented and just place it on the lid. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more. I'm actually gonna really swirl my brush in here to get a lot of that product and then place it on the lid. All right, I don't know how I feel about this look. I was hoping it would be more, I don't know. Once the lashes and everything is on, it's gonna look better, but it didn't really come out how I wanted it to come out. But I'm gonna still play in this palette. I'm gonna pick up the lime green out of here. And this is gonna go on the inner corner of my tear duct. So, yeah, let me go ahead and do that because at first I was gonna do it last, but I feel like I need to go ahead and do that now so it won't look, you know, cray-cray. Go ahead and do that now. Put some right here. All right, so right now I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my lashes and my mascara, and I'll be right back. All right, so everything is done with the eyes. The lashes always bring a look together, you guys. At first I was second guessing it, but I do like how it came out. I wish I had more red on the lid, but I still feel like it's really pretty. So now let's go ahead and apply some blush. I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place blush palette. This is the one that I threw into my everyday makeup stash this month. And I'm just gonna mix some shades. I like to just mix shades in here. This is the volume 2. So I'm gonna go into this peachy shade and kind of mix it in, or I might just use this peachy shade alone. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that alone because I don't need to mix it. And if you ever put too much blush on, you can always go over it with your powder brush, the brush that you use to apply your powder foundation. I feel like I just went overload with that blush. And I'm gonna take my Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick. This is the rose gold. Use this as my highlighter. I haven't used this in a very long time. So I want to try out these new lip products that I recently purchased. One is a lip liner. This is the LA Girl liner in this shade Keep It Spicy, and I will go ahead and swatch it. This is just a mauvey brown looking color. Ooh, that's pretty. I feel like I can use this all over the lips. But this is Keep It Spicy. Look how pretty. Ooh, I like that. And then I also grabbed a Morphe lip gloss. This is in the shade Pixie. And this is just a nude gloss. And I'll show it to you guys. See? Pretty, pretty. I think these will actually go great together. There they are side by side. So let me see what this liner looks like on my lips. It's so creamy too. Yeah, I feel like this is a perfect everyday color for a lip liner. Even if you just want to apply it all over the lips, this will make the perfect color for like an everyday color. And now that I think about it, do I really want to have a glossy lip for this look? Do I just want to apply the lip liner all over the lips, or do I want to use a gloss on top? Let's use gloss. Yeah, let's use the gloss. So this is a really creamy gloss. It's not sticky, super creamy. All right, you guys, so this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial using some of these affordable and drugstore products. Now let's talk about some of the products that I used in today's video that were new to me. Starting out with the e.l.f. concealer. This is their 16-hour wear Camo Concealer. It's supposed to be a full coverage concealer, but what I did notice about this is it's not as thick as the Loreal Full Wear Concealer, which is also a new drugstore concealer. I did do a review on that one. If you guys want to see that video, I'll try to find it and have it down below in my description. But this isn't as thick as that. It does give you a nice coverage, but I would say it's not like a full coverage concealer. I also noticed that this kind of dried down on my face a little matte. It wasn't too matte to where it was drying, but I did notice it did kind of dry down on the skin. But so far I am liking it. I don't want to say I love the concealer yet because I haven't really worn it all day. I haven't really, you know, got a full wear test on the concealer. But I do like how they came out with deeper shades in this concealer. So I used the lightest one out of the two, which is in the shade Deep Chestnut. And this will be a good color just to spot conceal on the face if I want to conceal my dark spots, because I feel like this shade is pretty much my foundation shade. And again, this is in the shade Deep Cinnamon. So far I'm liking the concealer. All right, so let's talk about the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. At first, when I started applying it on the skin, I was kind of second guessing it because it kind of felt greasy. It's not, the texture is very different than the texture of the Tatcha Silk Canvas. And I feel like this just kind of feels a little bit more thin, a little bit more greasy on the skin. Now it is pretty smooth, and I feel like this is one of those primers that is perfect for those of you who have large pores, because it is going to kind of smooth out the pores. But I don't know, I'm just not a fan of the texture of this because it just feels, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels a little greasy to me, and I don't really like that. And I can't really give you guys my final thoughts on it because, like I said, I have not worn this face all day. But this will be one of those products that I use and follow up with you guys on in a later video. But so far, I mean, I like how the foundation is wearing on top of it. It doesn't look like it's breaking up anywhere. But I don't know, I just don't really know if I love this product yet or not, so I will continue to use this. So the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil, I do like. I like the shade. I like how it was super easy to kind of shade in my brows. It's not too waxy, it's not too stiff. It just easily glided on the brows, but at the same time, it's not like really creamy or too waxy or anything like that. So I do like this so far. And this is also another product that I will continue to use. So I like that. And then I have the eyeshadow palette, the NYX Ultimate Edit palette. I like the purple in here more than I do the other shades. I feel like the purple was easier to work with. The red was okay, even though I had to kind of swirl my brush around there a lot just to get that color to pick up and just to sit on the lid. But I like how the purple was super easy to blend out. The other shades I haven't really tried except for this one right here. This is the one that I put on the inner corner of the tear ducts, which I think is really pretty. But as far as the purple in here, this one was definitely the one that I liked out of all of them. Even though that red is really pretty, it was just kind of hard to just kind of, you know, pack on that shade, get it super pigmented on the lid. Even though I also primed the lid with my concealer, I just felt like I just had to keep pressing that red on top, like putting more and more layers on top just to get it to show up like it is showing up. But the purple was definitely super easy to work with. And then I had these two new lip products. These aren't new, they were just new to me. I just never tried them out. So this liner by LA Girl, this is a different liner than the one that I use. The one that I use is in the shade Espresso, and that's a really dark chocolatey brown. This one is very different. The packaging is different. They have like a little grip right here, kind of like a grip that's on like a pen or a pencil, a mechanical pencil. So it's very different. It's very different to me, and it's called the Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner in the shade Keep It Spicy, which I really like this color. Perfect everyday liner, perfect shade to use all over the lips if you want to do that. But the shade is really pretty, and I feel like it pairs really good with the Morphe gloss in the shade Pixie. Perfect everyday color. It's just so pretty. Very pretty, very creamy, not sticky, nice. But yeah, I think that is all that I have to share with you guys. I just kind of want to touch base on those new products that I used in today's video. But other than that, all the other products I've already used, I like, obviously. So I just wanted to kind of throw them in today's video. But yeah, I think that is all that I have. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have tried out anything that I shared in today's video, let me know your thoughts on the products. Let me know if you like the product. Let me know if you don't like the product. You guys know I love to chit chat with you guys. So let's go ahead and chit chat down below in the comments. And I think that is all that I have. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you thumbs it up. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.